Dear students, welcome to 101.5 FM Akashawani Kannur.
Radio teacher. Radio teacher.
ആശയം ആവിഷ്കാരം PV പ്രശാന്ത് കുമാർ.
Dear students, 2024 മാർച്ചിൽ SSLC പരീക്ഷ എഴുതുന്ന എല്ലാ കുട്ടികൾക്കും വിജയാശംസകൾ. ഉയർന്ന മാർക്കിലേക്ക് ആകാശവാണിയുടെ ഒരു വഴികാട്ടിയാണ് രാത്രി 8 മണിക്കുള്ള റേഡിയോ ടീച്ചർ പ്രക്ഷേപണ പരമ്പര. ശ്രദ്ധയോടെ കേട്ട് പഠിക്കുക.
Radio teacher.
Let us start.
Radio teacher. Radio teacher.
ഇതാ ക്വിസ് മാസ്റ്ററായ ടീച്ചർ സ്വയം പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. ഒപ്പം വിവിധ സ്കൂളുകളിൽ നിന്നും ക്വിസിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനെത്തിയ ടീം അംഗങ്ങളായ 10ാം ക്ലാസ് വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും.
Hello, welcome all of you to the Radio Teacher English Quiz Program, an initiative of Agashawani Kannur. Let me introduce myself. I am SEENA, teacher of English from GHSS KANNADIPARAMBA. I am your quiz master. More than a quiz, the goal is to focus your attention on the important areas on the 5th unit, okay? Participants, please introduce yourself. Team A.
I am Anvin Jose.
I'm VYSHNAVI Suresh, coming from St. Joseph High Secondary School, Thalassery.
Team B.
I'm ANASWARA.
I'm DINESH. We are from CHOTHAVOOR HSS CHAMPAD.
Next, Team C.
I'm HESSA. And I'm AYSHA AZMl. We are the students of Sacred Heart Girls High Secondary School, Thalassery.
Team D.
I'm ANKITha K. And I'm VIJAYALAKSHMI. We are from Government Higher Secondary School, THIRUVANGAD.
Okay, the last team, Team E.
I'm PARVANA P. And I'm SREESADHA BIJU. We both represent Rajiv Gandhi Memorial Higher Secondary School, MOKERI.
Welcome once again to the quiz program. Our questions are based on the 5th unit. We know we have got 2 short stories and 1 poem. And the rules are, each question carries 5 marks. If a team doesn't know the answer, they will get 3 points. And if that team also doesn't know the answer, any team member can say the answer, but there will be no reward or points. Okay? So let us begin the first round.
Radio teacher.
In the first round, we are dealing with the chapter Vanga. In this short story, Anton Chekhov gives a vivid picture of a 9-year-old boy, Vanga, his life. The letter he writes to his grandfather explains the abuse and the bad treatment he endures at the hands of the shoemaker Elliot. So my first question goes to Team A. Why didn't Vanga go to the bed on Christmas Eve?
Because he was planning to write a letter to his grandfather.
What sort of a letter?
Letter asking him to take him away from his master.
Right. Team A gets 5 points. He was writing a secret letter. He was writing a letter very secretly. What was the reason he was writing the letter very secretly?
Because his master and his mistress and the senior apprentice might see that he's writing the letter.
They may punish him, okay? He is very frightened of all these people. Next question goes to Team B. What indications do you find in the story which suggests that Vanga is very afraid while writing the letter?
He was having very punishment and a pathetic life there. For single mistake, he gets punished.
Not the right answer. Team B couldn't say the right answer. So passing the question to Team C.
He kept gazing out the window and seeing if the door was being opened to check if anyone was coming home from the church.
Yes, that's the right one. He glanced several times at the door and the window and peered at the dark icon kept there. And also he gave a quivering sigh. Team C get 3 points. Next question goes to Team C. How did Constantin Makret spend his daytime?
He would fool with the servants by stomping around in his felt boots, and he would sometimes stare at the red light coming from the church.
Not the correct answer. Moving the same question to Team D.
In the day, he would slept at kitchen or sat jokingly with cooks or maids.
Correct answer. Team D gets 3 points. Vanga's grandfather during the daytime to sleep in the back kitchen and he sat joking with the cooks and the kitchen maids. Okay. Next question goes to team D. Why did the master beat Vanka with the stirrup strap?
He might sleep while rocking the baby.
Yes, the right answer. Because he slept by mistake while rocking their baby. Team D get 5 points. Next question to team E. What promise did Vanka make to his granddad?
Vanga promised that he will take care of his granddad and pray for granddad's soul after his death, like now he's doing for his mother.
Okay. There is one more point. He promised to grind snuff for him, and also he promised to pray for him, and when he grow up he promised that he will protect him and will not allow anyone to hurt him, right? Still team E gets 5 points. Next question goes to team E. How was the night described?
The stars began to glow in the sky at that night time and it was very foggy.
You were very close to the answer. Some words were missing. I want the exact description of the night. So moving the question to team D.
It was a foggy night. There was a gleaming, twinkling stars in the night.
Then one more thing. I think we can give both the teams 3 points because they were nearly to the answer. So the exact answer is, can any one of you tell?
It was dark. The stars were twinkly and the Milky Way was new and polished like for the Christmas.
Right. I was waiting for that point. Polished with snow, isn't it? The sky was sprinkled with gaily twinkling stars and the Milky Way stood out as clearly as if newly scrubbed for the holiday and polished with snow. That was the right answer. For this question, team D and team E gets 3 points each.
SSLC പാഠങ്ങൾ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളിച്ച പ്രതിദിന പ്രശ്നോത്തരി തുടരുന്നു.
Next question moves to team D. Oh, what happy times those had been. What were those happy times?
The time he spent with his grandfather.
When he had been with his grandfather, but what was the particular time he is talking about?
During Christmas.
Yes, the days just before the Christmas. And again, one more thing you can add to it. What made him happy during those days?
He and his grandfather would go and cut off the trees for decorating.
Yes, the days just before the Christmas when Vanka was with grandpa in the village, he would go with the grandfather to the woods to cut the fir trees and they would decorate it as to a Christmas tree. Then one more thing is his mother was alive at that time. Okay, and it was really a happy time for him because he had his mother at that time. Okay, during that Christmas period. Team D gets 5 points. Next question goes to Team C. How did Olga Ignatievna become Vanka's favorite?
Olga Ignatievna would teach him new words and
she taught him to count till 100 and she teach him to read and she teach the alphabets. She teach him to read and write.
Yes. Then one more thing. Also because being a very small boy, he liked the sweets that Olga used to give him, isn't it? So Olga became his favorite because Olga used to give him sweets, taught him to read, write, count to 100 and to dance quadrille. Forgot that word. Team C gets 5 points. Now, next question goes to Team B. Vanka learned to read and write from Olga, but he could not continue his studies. Why?
When his mother passed away, he was sent to Moscow by his grandfather.
Yes, because after the death of his mother, he was sent to his grandfather to the back kitchen and from there to Alyakin the shoemaker. Team B gets 5 points. Next question goes to Team A. How does Moscow contrast with Vanka's village?
The boys in that village had fisher hooks in their hand and the shops had guns like his master and it costed 100 rubles.
What were the things he was telling about the Moscow town? Passing the question to Team E. How does Moscow contrast with Vanka's village?
Moscow was a busy town and the boys there sell fisher hook and which could hold a sheet fish and there was shops selling guns like his master had at home. And
what is the contrast he finds in both the places, Moscow and his village? Did he feel the same in both the places?
No.
No. What were the differences?
The village he had his grandfather there, and in Moscow he was busy with his work and he faced cruel treatment from his master. And
somewhat close to the answer. Here, Vanga says that Moscow is a very big town and it is filled with gentlemen's houses and there are plenty of horses, dogs, and he tells that there is no sheep there, which is found in his village. Then children don't roam about with stars and are not allowed to sing in the church. He was enjoying all these things in his village during the Christmas time. Then there were, what you said, shops selling fishing hooks and guns. Then what are the other things he found there? Other shops were, he saw butcher's shop that used to sell grouses, woodcock and hares. And the people don't know from where these things were shot. But that was just the opposite to his village. The people, they were very close to the nature. They were very loving. And even the high class, wealthy section of the people showed love and compassion to the poor people. Here he find it totally different. Here everyone he see, whoever people he come faced were very cruel towards him. That was the thing. He was lacking love in the city, in Moscow. Team E gets 3 points because they added few more lines to the question. So our first round is over. Let us check our marks. Team A scored 5 points, Team B 5 points, Team C 8 points, Team D 16 points and Team E 11 points. Congratulations.
SSLC പാഠങ്ങൾ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളിച്ച പ്രതിദിന പ്രശ്നോത്തരി തുടരുന്നു.
Let us start our second round of questions. Again, each question carries 5 marks. And if a team doesn't know, it will be passed to the next team. They will get 3 marks. And if they too doesn't know the answer, any team member can answer it, but no rewards. Shall we start? My first question goes to Team A. What could be the rosy hopes that lulled Vanga to a good sleep?
Grandfather would see the letter and he would bring back Vanga to his own house.
Yes, correct answer. Vanga hopes that his grandfather would get the letter and will soon take him back to the village. Team A gets 5 points.
Radio teacher.
When Vanga couldn't bear the sufferings from his master, he decided to write a letter, isn't it? The letter brings tears into our eyes. It is a touching and shocking revelation of how he had been badly treated by Mr. Alyakin. There are so many instances Vanga could not bear the unnatural ways of punishments they adopted to harass him. Vanga doesn't wish to linger in Moscow any longer because we know he is denied and deprived of all the joys and bliss and the freedom of the childhood. He wanted his childhood back. His only hope is on his grandfather, who he believes would run to save him. And what do you think is the theme of the lesson? The theme is orphan childhood and child abuse. Vanga remains in the reader's conscience as an unattended, wailing kid.
Radio teacher.
Team B, what were the specialties of the dog Eel?
He was named on the account of black coat and weasel-like body.
Yes.
He was adept at stealing with a snap of foot.
Yes, he was such a wicked dog, isn't it? Can you add few more lines?
He was wonderfully respectful.
Yes.
And was ready to do anything.
It has got black coat, weasel-like body. He was wonderfully respectful, insinuating. He gave appealing glances at everyone but didn't gain anyone's confidence because everyone knows what type of a dog it is. Then his differential manner and docility were the clock for his cunningness and hostility. He was such a wicked creature. Okay, Team B gets 5 points.
Radio teacher.
We know the lesson Vanga focuses on the plight of the children who are victims of child labor. The 9-year-old boy, Vanga, is a representative of children victimized to the social evil of child labor. His innocence and ignorance is revealed when he writes a letter without a proper address. Here again, child labor is a major issue. We all know child labor is a crime and it is prohibited by law all over the world. But still it prevails in our society, even when there are strict laws against it. When children are employed in factories and other fields, they are deprived of their rights. They are denied of their education and natural growth. Today's children are tomorrow's citizens. We all know that. But they are abused by profit-craving employers. They have to work harder and longer, but they are paid very less. Some poor and illiterate parents send them to earn instead of sending them to learn. So what we should do is we should be able to put our words into actions. That means deeds, isn't it? We all talk and write always against child labor issues. But our words should be practicalized by deeds. The government authorities, social servants, teachers, parents, and all should despise this social evil, and we should stand together. Vanga is a lesson that invites our attention to come forward to eradicate this evil from the society. That is to ban child labor. We are moving on to the next lesson, Mother to Son, written by Langston Hughes. It is a powerful poem that expresses struggles and aspirations of Black Americans in the face of racism and oppression. The poem depicts the social backwardness of African American people and their miseries and hardships in life. So my first question, based on this poem, goes to Team C. What type of a poem is Mother to Son?
It is an inspiring and motivating poem. It depicts the life struggles of a Black American mom.
In what category does this poem come?
It's a dramatic monologue.
Correct. It's a dramatic monologue written in free verse and it doesn't have any trick pattern or rhyme scheme. The tone of the poem is like encouraging, hopeful and didactic. What is the meaning of didactic? Means like giving advice to someone. Okay? Team C gets 5 points. Next question goes to Team D. What does the expression crystal stairs stand for?
It stands for something that is smooth and nothing has stuff in it or anything hard.
Okay. The mother says that her life is not a crystal stair, isn't it?
Yes.
So what does she mean?
That means that her life wasn't that easy for her.
Very good. It is a symbol of comfort, luxury and beauty. It represents an easy, pleasant journey through the life which she never had. Team D gets 5 points. Team E, who is the speaker?
The mother is the speaker of that poem,
yes,
and she's giving advice to her son.
What type of a mother is she?
She is a mother who had faced many of the problems in her life, and she is encouraging her son to lead a successful life.
Not exactly. From the title we understand the mother is speaking to the son. But exactly who is that mother?
She's the representative of the people who is facing racism and abuse.
Yes. She is an Afro-American illiterate mother. Team E gets 5 points. My next question goes to Team E. What difficulty did she face with her stair of life?
She has faced many problems as an Afro-American woman, and she had suffered a lot in her life, and all her paths were filled with thorns and broken roads, and her life was not a life with luxuries.
Yes. Her metaphorical staircase has given her difficult climbing, isn't it? And it had exposed cracks, boards torn up, gaps, places with no carpets. For this question, Team E gets 5 points.
SSLC പാഠങ്ങൾ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളിച്ച പ്രതിദിന പ്രശ്നോത്തരി തുടരുന്നു.
My next question goes to Team D. What do tacks and splinters imply?
That means that the difficulties or the tough stages that she have faced in her life.
Right answer. Team D gets 5 points. Tacks and splinters are symbols of difficulties, challenges, obstacles and the dangers that the speaker, a black mother, has faced in her life. And what do they suggest? These tacks and splinters. As you said, it has shown difficult stages of her life, and it has got a contrast with the image, the crystal stair, which is always smooth, easy and luxurious, which shows the luxurious life.
She decides not to back away and face the challenges that's coming to her.
Tacks and splinters were contrasted with the crystal stair that we had been hearing from the beginning of the poem till the last part. Okay, it is just a contrast with the tacks and splinters. My next question goes to Team C. What does the expression reaching landings and turning corners signify?
Reaching landings means the challenges and problems in her life. Turning corners means the turning points of her life in which she solves her problems on her own.
Team C has said the correct answer for turning corners. So they will get 2 points for this answer. My question was, what does expressions reaching landings and turning corners signify? So passing this question to Team B.
Landing points also means the comfort zone she achieved in her life sometimes.
Yes, correct. Reaching landings. It means she sometimes reaches some comfort zones where she takes some rest. She was able to take some rest. Reaching landings and turning corners signify the different phases of mother's life. The expression reaching landings means that sometimes she finds some momentary comfort, and sometimes she comes up with on places where she could rest. A short period of rest. Then turning corners means that she often has to look for other ways to find solutions for her problems. And when her life changes, she has to turn away from the original path. She is always finding new solutions for the new problems that appears in her life. Okay, Team B gets 3 points.
Radio teacher.
What 3 pieces of advice does the speaker give the boy?
Don't give up on the challenges that comes in his life.
Can you quote the exact word?
Don't turn back.
Yes.
That does not give up on the problems he faces and continue the path by climbing up in the lines. Like the mother is climbing, she wants her son to climb just like her.
Whatever you said were the explanation of what she has given, had said to her. Now the explanation of what the mother said to the boy. Can you give the 3 advices from the poem? Can you quote the 3 advices?
Don't turn back now, honey.
Okay, 1 point is that.
For I has climbing.
We can give them 2 points because they have told only 1 correct answer. Passing the same question to Team A.
Don't turn back, never quit, always move forward.
Can you tell the exact word what the mother said?
Never turn away, never look back in life, always move forward.
Don't turn back now, honey, for life has been like crystal stairs to me.
I am expecting the same words that was used by the mother. Can anyone tell?
Not to turn back, not to sit down and keep climbing the stairs of his life.
Okay. There again, 1 more point is added. Don't you set back, isn't it? The one is already said, don't turn back. Now you said, don't you sit down. And the third one is, don't you fall now. So these were the 3 advices given by the mother. You were explaining everything what she was telling, but I was expecting the same words said by the mother. So the answer for this question, Team B has said the 1 point correctly, and Team A couldn't add an extra point to it, so no marks to Team A. And finally, Team C has come up with the 1 more point, but we have no means to give them any points. Congratulations to Team C for adding extra answer for the question. Okay.
Radio teacher.
The word and is repeated at the beginning of several successive lines. It is a poetic device. What is it?
Anaphora.
Anaphora. Right answer. Team A gets 5 points. The repetition of a word or a phrase at the beginning of several successive lines is called anaphora. Okay. When we finished our second round, let us check the score chart. In the second round, Team A scored 10 marks, Team B 10 marks, Team C 7 marks, Team D 10 marks, and Team E 10 marks. And now the total score, Team A gets 15 points, Team B 15 points, Team C 15 points, Team D 26 points, and Team E 21 points. Congrats to all the participants.
Radio teacher.
റേഡിയോ ടീച്ചർ നാളെ ഇതേ സമയം. അവതരണം ആകാശവാണി കണ്ണൂർ. ആശയം ആവിഷ്കാരം PV പ്രശാന്ത് കുമാർ. നിർവഹണ സഹായം AK രതീഷ്, കവിതാനാഥ്, ശ്രീകല ബിജു, ജ്യോതി രാജീവ്, സഞ്ജന രാമകൃഷ്ണൻ.
Radio teacher.